Alright, last we left off, Resident Evil 0. We're getting pretty close to the end. It's possible we'll beat it with more than an hour to spare today. Depends how bad I am. If we beat it with an hour left, we'll switch to RE4. I'm less terrified now. Not like, you know, horror game terrified, like resource management terrified. Last session we were way behind on healing items for basically all 4 hours until the very, very end. We're now caught up on healing items. We have some extra ones lying around on the ground. I'm excited to get past Resident Evil 0. I think this is a cool game. It has some cool ideas, but it definitely feels like the Zelda 2 of the series. Like, starting to go in a different direction than the series said, that didn't work. Let's not try it again. Let's see. So decide what I'm bringing with it. Definitely dropping the ink ribbons. A note I left for myself last video. Let's have she has the valve, okay. And I had stated earlier that I want to be extremely cautious with my usage of shotgun ammo. I'm probably going to need it for bosses later. So I should set her to idle, I think, and just try to keep her out of combat as best as possible. In fact,
Roger.
I'm just going to separate them right now. So even when they're split up, I can have him come along, but... And I've never had a character get attacked when I wasn't controlling them, probably because I've been really conservative about always leaving the passive character behind in the save room. Moscow Mule. Yeah, fair enough. Make a really good ginger beer out here that they say is, like, particularly recommended for Moscow Mule. Next anime game. If I remember to do it. If we get more Danganronpa or something like that. The next time Trails comes up. Advertiser copper cups. Nice syrup. I was gonna say, I thought ginger beer was kind of a US thing. Well, that sounds bad. I'm being cheeky since the same can be said of, like, capsaicin. Really, hot foods and alcohol are, like, almost 1-to-1. And I'm a hypocrite for liking one and not the other. But, says a lot that you have to add something that tastes good to make something that tastes bad taste good. We'll just switch to Billy and send him in there. Piece of the puzzle, sure. Yes, yes. Salt isn't great, you wouldn't just eat salt. Okay. Tastes good in a different way. Does it, though? Again, hypocrite. I do this with hot sauce. I add hot sauce to stuff. There are people that don't get that. To me, it's like Andrea would be like, don't just drink gin straight, mix it with your Diet Coke. And I'm like, okay, now I have a Diet Coke that tastes slightly worse. Or you know, we could be more charitable and say it's alcohol that tastes slightly less bad. It's improved. Does the salt analogy fail, though? I have to think about it. Oh, you guys look different. Like the Endgame zombies from the first game. Hopefully you don't respawn like the Endgame zombies from the first game. Yeah, I think hot sauce works because it's something that's not strictly necessary, right? It's not like salt, where like salt's pretty critical in almost all cuisine. Haven't met your family. These guys are like stitched together Frankenstein cadavers. This guy's just here to eat all my pistol ammo. Or we go to shotgun headshot all of them. Y'all had better not respawn, I swear to God. Oh, you asshole. Still in green. Restock me a little bit. No reason to mess with it. You wouldn't drink straight hot sauce. I have. But yeah, I see your point. And you're like, see, it's hot. Like, see, it's alcoholic. It's like, yeah, but that sounds awful. Why would you do that? More herbs, wow. It's really like, this game has a relationship with herbs that Resident Evil 1, the PS1, had with ink ribbons. It's like, it decided on a certain number of ink ribbons per hour and then loaded more than half of them in the final act of the game. More mixing? Really? Okay. Thought we might be done with that. It's not. Investigators report 2. We should have finished this dump long ago. This all started. Did anyone expect there would be guns blazing? We weren't told a thing about these creatures attacking us at the briefing. Guess they were surprised the head honchos, too. Things in the woods started to attack people. Whether to use my last bullet on myself or a friend. It's a bummer. It's because Lich Jesus is still out there somewhere. Do I have any red herbs sitting around? So I can check, can I? Map. Item list. Not right now. Is Billy technically adjacent to her? Oh, he is. Interesting. I don't have the slots to pick up those herbs, though. I guess I can check them to add them to my map. I can get here without too much trouble, right? There they go. Alright, so there's a red chemical up here. I'll keep that in mind. Hopefully nobody respawns when I go downstairs here. I do think getting rid of inspect flavor text was a good idea. Like, it certainly was a cool idea when they first came up with it. Got another power minigame over here? No, I guess not. But I think it harms the gameplay loop because you're constantly mashing A, looking for interactables, and then seeing the same flavor text over and over. And like, it feels more relevant in the PS1 games where you sometimes can't tell what something is because the graphics are so bad. But once you start, God damn it. Once you start getting good graphics, you don't really need to describe the stuff that the character's looking at anymore, right? Like, I think it was completely missing from Resident Evil 4, and it worked fine in that game. Hunters, everybody's favorite. I got overshot by a couple rounds, but try to recover. If they're nice, they'll give us some extra grenade rounds at the end of the game. We'll see. Probably could have juked those guys, actually, since there's nothing else in that hallway. I like knowing I'm probably not going to have to juke them repeatedly. Oh, hi! This is a cool camera angle. I love when they do fun ones like this one. Oh, look at that. They maybe wanted me to use some of these grenades. So this is the flavor text problem I was talking about. I'm trying to pick up those grenades and I'm reading the same text like 4 times. Fine. Pistol ammo. Probably transfer Rebecca over here. Oh yeah. Then we can move the healing items. The problem though is that, like, do I move all of my shit here again? Just say this is my new hub room? I mean, maybe. This seems like everything connects from here. They're going nuts with healing items in the endgame. About battery fluid. Excuse me. Fluid used in batteries is a diluted solution of mixed water and sulfuric acid. Both must be of a high purity. When fully charged, battery fluid should have a specific gravity of 1.280. Okay. Take care the dilute sulfuric acid solution is of sufficient purity. This will be like a mixing thing later, I guess? It's been a while since this one croaked. No, not yet. I think I do want to move everything here. It's going to be a pain in the ass, but it's probably correct. Okay, Rebecca. Why don't you grab something from in there and bring it this way? And then we'll both go together. Oh. I didn't really think about that, huh? Well, so much for that plan. Let me drop some of his stuff here. Probably grab those green herbs. Super pumped to get to Resident Evil 4 just to get back my item box. Or at least see a new take on the inventory system. I guess this hall would be a pain to run through repeatedly if I left the hunters alive. I just really hope those Frankenstein zombies don't respawn. It would make me very sad. Survival item transfer. I was gonna say something like, wouldn't it be great if, like, whenever you got to a new save room, there was a little chute, and you could just drop your items in the chute and they'd pop in the next save room? I was like, wait, that's just the chest system from every previous game. I'm trying to think if I've played other franchises that have taken a step back mechanically. Like, it feels like the Ender chest concept is kind of like the evolved form of item storage in this series. You feel like that's... First they would do this, so you have to leave the stuff on the ground and it's super janky. Then they'd be like, well, technically your path between two save rooms is almost always completely safe, so we'll just let you deposit everything in a chest, and then you can retrieve the contents from the chest no matter where you are in the game. And like, that's the GameCube game that adds that feature, and not the PS1 game. I guess maybe Final Fantasy II's XP system? Or the draw system in Final Fantasy VIII? Things that aren't necessarily completely bad and unsalvageable, but were like a better idea on paper than they were in implementation. But if you read it on the back of the box, you'd be like, oh, that's cool. Share items between two characters. Leave them in key areas on the map.
This way.
Yo.
Okay.
Might be able to fit everything on him. Let's see. Since I already dropped the double green herb. No.
I'll check
It's
it
all
out.
of it,
Roger.
right?
Come on.
Okay.
I think so. Yeah. Hey, we're gonna make it in one trip. And I'll save there, and we'll leave Rebecca in that room. Maybe try to have to do anything else further along in the level. I don't think I do. I think I have to actually return to a forklift room with a battery later. That might be why it had that text about the battery. Let's bring her up the ladder, because there's a mixing thing up there. Yo. Put the red chemical in the mixing set. Examine. No respawning enemies yet, so that's reassuring. Knock on wood. I think my favorite handling so far of just the horror aspect and the zombie aspect is probably the Resident Evil 1 remake. The Crimson Head concept I thought was super cool. I mean, it added additional item storage burden because I'm needing to deal with like fuel to burn bodies and needing to focus on headshotting stuff. But I really like the idea of you can kill this now, but then you're gonna have to deal with a worse version later. Are you sure you want to do that? I have to store some stuff in the Hunter hallway. And I'll leave her with one full heal. No reason to split up ink ribbons in this one, as far as I can tell. Get them all set with whatever I want them to be carrying. You can probably have one full heal. God, don't tell me I dropped everything in front of the bed earlier. Woof. Yeah, it looks like it defaults to dropping behind the bed. Oh boy. Oh boy. This is hubby PC. Oh, Jim Jam. Rocket launcher, grenade launcher, I should say. Cocktail, ammo, magnum ammo. Controller.
I'll go check over there.
Okay.
Whenever controller is an option, I try very hard to use it unless the game like really doesn't play nice with it. Sick. For sure. It is for a lot of games. Oh right, and we gotta save. After all that. Try to remember to drop the ink ribbon. Would have been a bummer if I had forgotten to save there. Just gonna leave the healing behind. It's way easier with the Wiimote. Definitely a better aim with a mouse than I am with a controller. We've seen in like Half-Life. Part of it is mouse controls are pretty much the same across every shooter, but each particular game's approach to like aim assist and sensitivity, stick sensitivity, is pretty different. Also, I'm bad at shooters, but honestly, what's the dominant effect there? Am I gonna have to fight one of those leech monsters here? Shoulders were open, you're playing 13-2. You ended up using mouse and keyboard. 13-2 action focus, or does it still have like a menu? Oh. That's an incredibly suspicious bridge camera angle. Team's battle system proves on it. Get off me, asshole. You kidding me? Rude as hell. Shotgun shells. No Agony. I am looking forward to getting to the recent releases though. Out of the gondola, the motherboard is missing. %50 accuracy with controller, 100% with the Wiimote. Ah, god damn it. Told you about this. Okay. Insta-kill from the frog on the bridge. I'm glad I saved. Told you that camera angle was suspicious as hell. That was a pretty perfect death there, though. I guess that's one where if you have a party member, you can save your ally. Must survive in order to expose this nightmare. ... I do kind of like the mutant animal theme of this game. Actually, could have been interesting if it didn't have any human zombies. I feel like that was kind of sort of the vibe they were going for. It's like, before we really perfected human testing, we tried everything. Instead of just humans and dogs. Nice headshot. That doesn't happen often. I guess the scope gives you like a 2% chance or something to get a headshot. Try to bring these shotgun shells back to Rebecca. Hopefully I don't get eaten by the frog again. It's a random spawn. Okay. It's kind of mean. I actually really do like random spawns. I kind of wish the games would lean into that a bit more. That might address the issue I was talking about where, like, the main thing that makes a Resident Evil game hard is not knowing where to go, or what to do, or what's behind each closed door, right? Like, once you know, oh, the snake boss is through this door, then you know to conserve resources and use your save right before it, sort of a thing. Exchange. Perfect. I have a buttload of ink ribbons too, so I should be willing to use them. Which is, the game asks you to spend your resources wisely, but you can't really be wise until you know that, okay, there's like 16 zombies, or this room is easy to juke. And I guess the way you learn that is to die, and then reload. Okay, I just won't kill anything in that room this time. So no frog. I kind of want to force spawn it so I can kill it, right? Now it's going to spawn and eat me again. This time I'll lose the shotgun shells and the trip back. Gondola terminal. See if it's out there now. If not, I'll keep pushing forward. Yep. Oh, he still got me. Okay. Okay, so it's mash buttons to get out of it, I guess. Maybe you can't kill it. The just straight up ate me. Like, didn't do a bunch of damage to me. Just swallowed me whole. Then Billy died. What I like in horror games, dripping water. Oh, it's cutscene, great. Fucking fantastic. It's my buddy the Tyrant. God, now he's super fucking fast, too. I think he has some iframes during that, unfortunately. Shit, this is a dead end. Dang it, Billy, fucking aim. Okay, well, I'll die, and then we'll come back with appropriate resources and try it again, right? Proto-Tyrant down again, so that wasn't so bad. Look at that booty. He works out. Well, that's a suspicious camera angle, too. What are they trying to show me there? Take the motherboard, yes. The gondola, right? I think I'm completely out of grenade launcher ammo, so I should come up with an alternate solution. So I'm in trouble if I run into hunters now because, my god, there are gonna be so many herbs. What is happening? So say I'm in trouble if I run into hunters now. The pistol doesn't really cut it on them. I need to knock them down. Because I maybe can get away with reserving 7 more shots of shotgun for hunters. I just got some more ammo for it. I'm tempted. I think I've got 3 green herbs now that I can combine into a full heal, but I don't think that's the way the herb economy in this game works. Power has been restored to the gondola. Economy. Becca could probably ride it. Great. Herbonomy. The budding industry. Good God. Should be be ashamed of yourself. That's a good one, though. Proud shame. Seriously, I think the herb economy is supposed to be like, how does Capcom... So much how does Capcom anticipate you to dole out your herbs? Does it expect you to like combine 2 at a time and 3 at a time occasionally? Does it give you enough red herbs that you're expected to combine every green with a red? I think previous games have kind of been had an approach of, yeah, just do whatever, it'll work. This one, it seems like, no, you really want to use the red herbs whenever possible. What is Rebecca's health at? Orange? I feel like I still need to wait until she goes down to danger to justify a full heal. I healed recklessly at the start of the game, and that was an extremely bad idea. Actually, wait to burn this until she's in the room she needs to be in. That way, if we came over, we don't have to send her the whole walk. I feel like you could do this cheese in, was it Final Fantasy VI? When you split the party, like you could have one party stand on a save point, and then the other 2 parties, you could just randomly switch back to that party and get a free save anywhere. Tents might have even worked, but I don't remember if that healed everyone in every party, or just the people in the party that was tenting. No more frog, please. Gondola, right? I think it was actually in the room up here, my bad. Here we go. Now save the game. So far, we're looking at like 40 ink ribbons in the entire game, which is pretty reasonable. The game's expected how long to beat is like 10 hours, and you save every 15 minutes. But that's only if the ribbons are spaced equidistantly throughout the game, which I don't think they are. This is a good idea. This is a sound decision. Saw a reflection in the window and freaked for a sec. I'm going to operate the floodgate. Turn the lever. Oh man, GameCube era FMV. The FMVs have aged pretty well in this one. It's not like Code Veronica where like the FMVs look notably worse than the upscaled gameplay. You guys, my friends, don't do that, you asshole. Danger. Great. Alright, we got acid rounds in here, that's cool. I think those are good against hunters, if I recall correctly. The screen displays a mysterious looking graph. The axis not labeled? Is that what makes it mysterious? Sulfuric acid, which we need for battery, right? Okay. Industrial water. Water that's been treated to remove impurities. Really? I mean, I don't think water should do that. Maybe it's just an incredibly gross bottle. Oh, is this a shortcut? Oh shit. Recognize this. Oh, now I do. Okay. Right, we get down here and everyone's like, look at the bones. It's like, who could have done this horrible thing? It's like, have you guys been paying attention the whole time? It's Umbrella. Umbrella's the one doing the horrible thing. Hmm. It's kind of a long walk. Guess the benefit is that I don't need to have Rebecca out here anymore if I can get her back to the save room. Oh yeah, this room. Didn't have a shortcut out of here, did I? Didn't think so. Come on, camera. There you go. There's no need to use it anymore. Really. What if I want to leave the room? Oh, I guess, okay. Never mind. That camera angle is just to show you where the valve crank thing was. I'm gonna come back here once we get the battery for the forklift. God, scared the shit out of me. Oof. Oh, the windows are great for encounters like this. Through here, right? I think so. As long as the hunters didn't respawn in my storage hallway over here, right? Few zombies, though. Fantastic. Well, I think that was all of the shotgun shells that I got from the Tyrant boss room. We're back to needing to conserve those. Exchange. Does it say that I need water for the acid? Hold on. About battery fluid. Diluted solution of mixed water and sulfuric acid. Battery fluid. I just gotta find out where to use it. I don't think it's just put it in the... I think that there's a battery missing from that device earlier. I can pop over and check though. Use those in case of hunters, and the pistol for everything else. So I haven't seen any of the plant monsters in a while. This is the worst room for leaving stuff on the ground. There's so much crap on the floor. Okay. There's so much stuff in the foreground that you can't see where you've left stuff, basically. Oh, actually, hold on. I need to send Rebecca and see if she can use the battery acid. Or if we need to find, like, an empty battery. I don't remember what's at the forklift. I just saved those, so... Shit goes south, it shouldn't be unsalvageable. New Eberron book, that's cool. Is the creator dude still involved? Keith? Forget his last name. It's a cool setting. I like Warforged. I like magic trains. I'm a sucker for high magic settings versus Game of Thrones style low magic. Ooh, Kerbal 2. Still need to play Kerbal. I kind of have like a understanding of what it's probably like. There's a space for a battery. Well, I'll have her continue to explore for now. She's probably going to have to use the battery acid with something while she's out here. Hopefully I don't have to use up all these shotgun shells. Don't make me. It's definitely beatable, right? There's some pretty clear goal conditions. Get to the moon. Been through there already. I like the swaying of the vision as you go up or downstairs in this one. Cool effect. Great. Oh, there's the battery. Can't reach it by yourself. Guess they need to be together after all. I think this game handles backtracking pretty well. I don't think there have been any like completely clean backtracks with no new enemies or new challenges. I feel like that's probably a good idea. They're gonna make you backtrack, something may as well happen. Like I've had that idea as early as the PS1 Resident Evil game. When you go back to the mansion for the first time after exploring outside of it, that's when the hunters first spawn. Get that cool first-person cutscene where they come after you. Give Rebecca a boost. You don't do this often enough. Shock and awe. Who saw that coming? I think I need to be in this room, do I? We're not together, are we? I mean, how could you have? High power battery.
Let's go.
Okay.
Alright, I don't mind the computer using the pistol so much. Less room for him to fuck it up, you know? Here we go. Put in the battery. Get whatever the hell is up there. No, not yet.
Let's split up.
Roger.
It's a key card. Hey, nice. That's cool of them. Instead of making me switch, grab it, switch back. Have I been to a locked door yet, though? Incinerator. That is random English characters. It looks like it's just like random typing on the right half of a keyword.
This way.
Roger.
Yeah, moral sepum. Oh, Lorem Ipsum. I think Japan's use of English is one of my favorite things. India kind of does it too with several languages in India. I should say, like Tamil and Hindi will pepper in English words for emphasis sometimes. It's funny. So there was a door down there with the evil bugs. I want to try to go down there. Yeah, okay. I'm gonna try to just juke him though.
Let's split up.
Roger.
They haven't been super threatening so far. Excuse y'all. Locked from the other side. Okay, well, maybe we don't need to be down here then. Still green.
Come on.
Okay.
Think about where we're headed next then. Shut this door after you. It's probably going down where the floodgates were, right? Ooh, I didn't even notice this before. Because I didn't fully explore this room last time. Okay, 12 grenade launcher ammo. Stairs are broken. So I think we just gotta go the long way around now. I had a psychiatrist appointment today. Going, trying to get my anxiety meds right. I usually do pretty fine with anxiety because I spend most of my time at home or outside of situations that trigger it. But I brought Cameron along because I got her again for babysitting. And, oh god, what the hell is that? Not you, get out of here. It's a cool place for the toad to suddenly show up. Guess I don't get to kill it though, I just get it to leave me alone. Anyway, I brought Cameron to my appointment, and I was like super stressed out about that because I was stressed that it was gonna annoy my psychiatrist. And she was like, "You should bring Cameron every time, because then I can see you stressed out in real time, instead of just depending on you telling me the stories about you being stressed out." She's a really good kid. She's cute. She is very huggy and friendly. But I get the, oh my god, this person's a stranger to you. You can't just hug them. You can't just go grab at their phone. And if she's in that window where she's not old enough to respond to instruction directly. Hey, LitFX, how you doing? Yeah, exactly. 6 gun. It is reasonable. That's been part of the problems with trying to get my meds right, but I have so few anxiety triggers in my life, except for specifically when I have Cameron and I take her to this music and movement event in Los Alamos where they get a bunch of parents and kids together and just dance to music for a while. Saving here real quick. We were talking about it in Discord recently, but it's one of those frustrating things where it's I feel freaked out, but I logically know that it's incorrect to be freaked out. That I don't have a good reason to be, but then I get upset about that. It's well, if I know that it's illogical, then why am I still doing it? Because my brain is broken. TwitchCon, the panel will probably be a pretty good test too. Yeah, it doesn't stop it. They're both on that thing, aren't they? She put her in the lead since she has the shotgun. I don't want her accidentally wasting shots on rando zombies, you know? I think that's the door we want. I think the ladder doesn't lead to anything interesting. I finally got a chance to get on a call and talk with my fellow panelists yesterday. We'll maybe talk about that in Discord later. Mostly on the same page about stuff, shit. Now the frog is dead. Oh, hi, zombies. What's up? Let me put her on don't attack. Okay, she's on idle. Shotgun shells, wonderful. And pistol ammo, also wonderful. Oh, now we're in the bottom of that room from earlier. Okay, I see. So one of these doors probably connects to the other side of the room with the bugs in it. I think it's that red one up there. I'm just not going to bother. I guess it's kind of sort of a shortcut. Magnetic card reader, you say? I will throw it away. Cool camera angle. Oh god. Well, here we go. Maybe on the way back? I'm shocked that nothing happened. What are we doing on inventory space? Alright. Billy's got 2 slots, she has 0. Maybe I can share the load. Oh, cutscene. Fantastic. Do you guys have a flamethrower?
I'm so glad you have joined the party.
Hey, it's Leech
The
Sephiroth.
guests of honor. After all, it's your wake.
Who are you? Dr. Marcus?
No, it can't be. What's going on?
He looks like
10 years
Grand Moff
ago,
Tarkin. What's the actor's name?
Spencer had me assassinated.
His actual voice. Oh my god. Peter Cushing. Wesker in a lab coat and turtleneck cracks me up.
Die, Doctor.
I will take over your research.
Wesker.
Oh man. Leech Sephiroth was Marcus the whole
However,
time?
Something wondrous happened.
Oh, he was pretty fucking dead. Damn.
It took the T-virus inside of my queen years to procreate my new life.
Man, shit turned out pretty well for you.
Now I will have my revenge on Umbrella. And
You're a
the
hot
world
anime
will
bishy now.
burn in an inferno of hate.
You'll pay for what you've done.
We'll see which one of us is gonna die.
That's cool. Okay, that's more like it. Okay, that thing is probably weak against fire, and I did not bring my Molotovs, and I'm all out of fire ammo. Bad news bears. It's one of the first boss fights we've had in a while that's with 2 characters, though. Didn't bring healing items with me either. Great, now he's got goop on his back. I wonder if this is a puzzle fight. What's an unearthed arcana? Arcana? Can I not exchange during combat? Guess not. There's amongst classes a stand user. That's funny. Alright, it's dead. I need to get further into Season 4. Season 3 had some really nice, like, stakes running all the time. And a ticking clock. So it was easier for me to be invested. Oh, I see, we're both gonna have to turn the keys at the same time. Season 4 is just kind of like dicking around like Persona right now. School of the... Ah! Propagable had joked, like, if you think Persona's ripping off JoJo after Season 3, just wait till Season 4. And I got far enough to see what he meant by that, or what they meant by that. Let's see. Here we go. Wait.
Let's split up.
Roger.
Hamon is, you use sun energy. You, like, channel sun energy through your breath. Stands are whatever the hell you want them to be. I think the only rule is you can only have one. Save room. Achievement unlock. Apprentice of unlocking. Very funny. Bunch of healing stuff in here. It's a teensy bit distressing. Probably go back and bring my loot in here too. Wish I could mix it from in here, right? I didn't realize how, like, insanely popular Part 3 was. I guess there was a Super Nintendo RPG that's like shot for shot Part 3. I thought that was kind of crazy. That looks like pretty final boss elevator there. Especially with all the healing items in this room, right? Alright, well, let's try to pick up what we can. Go ahead and save, and then we'll run back and get our other stuff. Storage. I think that Leech Sephiroth is gonna mix with Tyrant at some point. I love how old, gross, decaying scientist dude, after he gets hit by his leech zombies, he turns into like a sexy Japanese Sephiroth Bishi. Then he turns into a horrific monster. They're like, wait, we can't do this. I guess that's technically a shortcut, but I have to run through a room with a bunch of bugs. Or I could take the long way and have zero risk. I might finally be able to catch up on some shows that I'm behind on. I think I've mentioned before that I'm really bad at watching TV because I have this like millennial compulsive need to multitask. I'd be doing something else while I'm watching TV, and like RuneScape is the perfect thing for that, it turns out. So I think I got through 2/3 of Stardust Crusaders because of RuneScape. I'm gonna see if I can speed up my RuneScape editing process this week by doing my rendering on a different machine. Oh shit. More assholes. Well, it's on zero risk, but it's less risk than the bugs. Mr. Real making teleport tasks. There's certain tasks in that game. Definitely was able to do my entire subscriber database while leveling a skill that I won't spoil since the video's not out yet. But it was super AFK. It was pretty great. I was even able to use OS Buddy has this like idle alert tool where it'll tell you when you stop doing the thing that you're doing. So Windows 10 will just ding every few minutes, like, hey, click it again. The game's super good. I can't recommend anyone play it because it might ruin your life if you do, but I don't mean it's just good in that I have a brain disorder and find grinding relaxing. but like the actual quest content is some of the best I've ever seen in an MMO. It has like, I think probably I would say the most significant rewards for content that I've ever seen in any MMO game, maybe. Old school RuneScape, or I'm sure RuneScape 3 is fine too. That's your bag. Don't play it though. Yeah, a lot of people I know have nostalgia for it, playing it back in like middle school. I just didn't know it existed, which is a good thing. I have better time management skills now. Something about the questing in that game, like a lot of the things you have to do are super obtuse and very like, for lack of a better word, RPG-y. It's like you're playing in someone's tabletop RPG campaign, and the sort of solutions you need to come up with are the ones the DM wrote for you. So it's the sort of thing that's really difficult to figure out completely by yourself blind, but occasionally when you do, it feels really good. It's like an adventure game like Monkey Island or Maniac Mansion that has the occasional obtuse puzzle, or a lot of the time you're going to ask for help. But if you happen to figure one out without asking for help, it feels really good. The writing improves as you go. Yeah. I like how self-aware it is. I did a quest recently where somebody was like, I need you to complete a trial by combat or something. Prove that you're worthy by slaying a difficult foe. And my character was like, oh, combat? You want me to go, like, kill 100 chickens? And he's like, no, not chickens. It's like, oh, you mean something hard? You want me to go kill, like, 100 cows? It's like, damn, they know what their product is. Some parts of the game are like abundantly clearly better than others, which I think is my only knock against it. They have this system where they defer. Whenever they decide to make a change in the game, they hold a poll, and it has to have a supermajority of like 75% of players supporting it for it to pass. There are good ideas that routinely fail because some portion of the player base, it's like a hazing culture thing, you know, it devalues my grind. I had to get hazed, so all the new players should have to get hazed too. Otherwise, what did I get hazed for? I don't know how to fix that, though. I think it's admirable that they do the polling in the first place, but... Mostly talking off topic because we have a long run back to drop off our items in the new safe room. Then we'll get back on Resident Evil. I feel like Blizzard has landed on the solution to that. The what is it? The head of the curve feat of strength achievements, where like you get some kind of special moniker or title or something in game if you do something right when it was released, before it's changed and nerfed and made easier. I feel like that should sate a lot of the hazing culture folks. But at the end of the day, I really think that's a lot of what it is. It's... I suffered, so you should have to suffer too. Yeah, why would I want others to suffer the way that I did? Spite is humanity's most annoying trait. I think it's It's a persistently worrying trait across the whole world right now and throughout all of history, but fuck you, I got mine attitude. Thought I had more magnum bullets, I guess not. Maybe I set them on the ground? I thought I brought some with me from the last room, I guess not. Make sure they both have at least one full healing item on them, probably two. Come on, pick up this shit. Here you go. For serious? Okay. This is the pain of having so many weapons take up 2 slots. There's only like 3 shots there too, but Magnum does a lot of damage. Guess I gotta save and then drop the ink ribbon and then pick up the grenade launcher. Susie, thank you. Let's go, buddy. We're gonna have an elevator fight against Tyrant with like no space. The shadows are cool here. Effort they didn't have to throw in there.
What?
It's the Queen!
Great. Well, I'm not getting my loot back.
The self-destruct system has been
Of course it has been. Nothing good ever comes from elevators.
immediately. Repeat.
Who activated the self-destruct system?
Good
Can you
question.
move any faster? Shit!
Shit.
The self-destruct
Seems pretty final bossy to me.
activated. All personnel evacuate immediately. Repeat.
You can't equip it now? Why? Because he's in the middle of being attacked or something? That's why.
The self-destruct system has been activated. All personnel evacuate immediately. Repeat.
Get off me.
The self-destruct system has been activated. All personnel evacuate immediately. Repeat.
Double hits. Ouch. Get out of this corner, please. Can you stop that, dude? I don't think we can get out of here.
Has been activated. All personnel evacuate immediately. Repeat.
Thought that may have been a death throw. Hey, you got him with a pistol shot. Or her with a pistol shot, I guess. Don't like sunlight?
Billy, can't handle sunlight. We need to open the windows.
Follow me. You work on the windows.
Got it.
I'll use my charm to distract Her Majesty.
To open the heliport in case of emergency, follow the procedures below. Removing the lock. Okay, I was hoping they were going to do some kind of
Personnel evacuate immediately.
final boss that uses the whole two characters concept. To open the heliport in case of an emergency, do a really complicated procedure. There are 4 locking mechanisms in the room which must be activated in this order. Southwest, northwest, southeast, west. Southwest, northwest, southeast, west.
The self-destruct system has been activated. All personnel evacuate immediately. Repeat.
Leave her alone. So,
Has been activated. All personnel evacuate immediately. Repeat.
yeah, for an emergency procedure is my favorite part. Try that again later.
The self-destruct system has been activated. All personnel evacuate immediately. Repeat.
She just heads over there automatically, I guess. Don't tail swipe me. Are you Fafnir?
The self-destruct system has been activated. All personnel evacuate
Can you get her weapons off of her? That'd be sweet. Ow. He ragdolls pretty well. It's interesting, she's just kind of autopiloting to the gates, so I wonder if you can help her by doing stuff early, or what the deal is with that. Counting shots.
The self-destruct system has been activated. All personnel evacuate immediately. Repeat.
Well, it's weird that it even tells you what the order is, since you can't control it. I guess it's maybe so that Billy can start defending her early.
The self-destruct system has been activated. All personnel
Leave her alone, asshole.
repeat.
Get out of healing items soon if I'm not careful.
The self-destruct system has been activated. All personnel evacuate immediately. Repeat.
Interesting way to do the boss fight, though. I kind of dig it. Hey.
Hey, Queenie! Feast on this!
Oh man, the legacy of the Matrix. 2000, right? Yeah.
Rebecca, hurry!
And then Billy was executed for being a merman. You did it.
Hey, that must be the old mansion that Enrico was talking about.
Oh yeah. Let's not go there.
I guess it's time to say goodbye. Officially, Lieutenant Billy Cohen is dead.
Yeah, I'm just a zombie now.
Aw. Go to, like, the Caribbean.
Thank you, Rebecca.
I like the thumbs up to the back. She can feel it, the thumbs up. That must be that mansion. No, let's not go there. So I guess this explains the origin of the virus. It wasn't actually Birkin. He stole the research from somebody else. It wasn't just Sephiroth, it was Angeal and Genesis. I'm trying to think of my favorite prequel villains that are new to the prequel but feel like they work without disrupting the context of the original work. Probably the I wouldn't say villain, but the antagonist in Better Call Saul. He's a brand new character and he is perfect. I think I will say that while the graphics in this game are very pretty and it had some cool ideas, I think it's been my least favorite Resident Evil so far. Code Veronica was like over the top stupid to the point of being enjoyable. Its plot. It had some really big, expansive level design. The Chris thing in the second act was surprising, even though it was on the box art. Nemesis was fun, but very stressful. It was probably not surprising that Resident Evil 2 Remake was my favorite of the ones we've played so far. But it's hard to... It doesn't really get judged on the same scale since it came out, what, 19 years after this one? So, they learned a lot of lessons in the meantime. I don't think let's see. I think all the Resident Evil games up to 4 share some basic philosophies that I'm not the biggest fan of, that I think Silent Hill does better. But, like, I think what happens, and I guess we'll see once we play Resident Evil 4, 5, 6, 7, and the spin-offs, is that Capcom kind of realizes that their product is an action game and not a survival horror game, so they kind of tone down the survival horror elements. It reminds me of Monster Hunter, which is also a Capcom game, interestingly, where, like, Monster Hunter is 2 games. There's the flavor game, and then there's the arcadey Dark Souls precise boss fight game. And, like, I feel like both of those modes step on each other's toes. Or Final Fantasy XIV. Final Fantasy XIV is a visual novel and a like tightly tuned, endgame rating MMO. Very pretty graphics, great telegraphing, great fight design. It's like the visual novel, at least up until the most recent expansion, could step on the mechanics, and the mechanics sometimes stepped on the visual novel. They got way better about that in Shadowbringers, though, so I'll stop citing that. It sounds like they're trying to clean it up, too. I think it's that the stuff that Resident Evil does well, it does very well. And the stuff that it does out of tradition's sake remain questionable up through Resident Evil 0. What other properties are Capcom? Devil May Cry. Mega Man kind of, but Inafune is long gone. So I don't know if you can really, if it's a Ship of Theseus type thing. Tradition that came out, games that came out within 6 years. I mean, that sort of happens with Monster Hunter as well. Like, I feel like you already see Monster Hunter entering a holding pattern within 5 to 6 years. I guess the thing that I'm seeing in common with a lot of these games and the other series I mentioned, like Monster Hunter and early Final Fantasy, is either an inability or an unwillingness by the dev to separate the talking point, the bullet point, the on-paper description of the idea that they have from what it actually feels like as the player to do that thing. Because you can like go to a boardroom meeting and say, oh yeah, in this game, like, you've got limited resources, so you got to be careful with every shot you fire. And, you can't save your game that often because you've got limited increments. And, like, that sounds cool, but did the developers sit down and play the game and realize that, okay, this means that I need to make these long, eventless runs from save room to transfer all my items, right? Is that scary? It's work. And we actually, according to the game time, we came in pretty close to how long to beat. Because that excludes time lost from deaths. So, about 2 hours. D ranking. D is for degree. You now play Leech Hunter in Wesker mode. Right on. Clear file. Cool. All right, we're going to switch to Resident Evil 4. It's going to take me a little bit to get it set up. So I'll put on the away screen. We are going to be starting that game over. We played it for an hour in Subblock back in like 2015 or something, so I think it deserves a restart in this case. Be back soon.